We keeps it real, expressing how we feel. Whoa. So come on in and feel some tea. Join the KoEd family. We're about relationships and review, making it fun and just for you. So go with God, let God go with you. It's time for Kourtney and Eddie.
I always put God first.
Hey, you guys, we are back, or I am back, to do a review of Married to Medicine. So, yes, you guys, my husband couldn't make it. So, yeah, I'm just going to go and do this little quick review, chat, because it was kind of one of those filler episodes. So, it was not much to talk about. So, if you're brand new to this channel and you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. And make sure that you like, you comment, and you share this on your social medias. So I know we always do kind of like the introduction. Sometimes I get lost in the introduction because my husband does one part, I do another part. And so when he's not here, then it just kind of gets a little convoluted. But let me introduce myself. If you're brand new to this channel, my name is Kourtney, my husband, also known as Coco. My husband is Eddie, also known as E-Dub. And this channel is about relationship reviews, and we also do reality TV. We do skits here and there, and we like to make it fun and just have a good time, you guys. So go ahead and think about subscribing. In fact, don't think about it. Go ahead and hit subscribe, and make sure you hit your notification bell so that you will always be notified whenever we upload a video. Now let's get into this, y'all. Hopefully I won't be before your long chat, because it wasn't much to talk about, like I said. But it started out with Quad. Quad got a man, honey. She got a man. She got a man. So it started out with Quad Man King. He called on the phone and say, "Hey, what you doing?" She was like, "I'm cooking breakfast for us. Where you at?" So he was like, "I'm around the corner, come on outside." And she did, and he pulled up in a Rolls Royce, honey, got the R's and all that stuff. Now, I don't know if it was just me, but maybe Quad is just so used to the finer things in life, and she, takes these extravagant trips, and she lives in a lap of luxury. And she's just used to that, but she didn't seem all too impressed. Now, caveat could have been that she been had that he been bought it for her. You know what I'm saying? Can't deny that, because I remember her going on live with Heavenly. I think it was actually Heavenly live, and then Heavenly came, I guess, over to the house or something. I don't know. They was filming. I don't know. But Heavenly was inside the car and all this stuff, whatever. So she was excited about it. So I don't think that he did not buy it for her. I just think that maybe he been bought it for her, and it's kind of like, hey, let's do this part over again. So let's make a scene like you did the first time when you bought it for me. So that's just me. She knew where the button was to let the trunk down and all that stuff, whatever. But he had her Louis luggage. He bought her some Louis luggage. It was in the trunk, or whatever. And she was surprised. She opened it and all that stuff. I'm saying, hey, Cora can float with me on different seasons. Some seasons I don't like the way she, portrays herself or acts, and some seasons, I kind of like her. Now, again, I don't like the fact of what happened with her and Mariah. I was not a fan of Quad when all of that took place, you know what I'm saying? Because I still am a Mariah fan. This was her show. So, but, fast forward, moving forward and not holding on to all of that stuff, I think that, Quad deserves to be happy. She deserves to have a man and all that stuff. So now let's move on. She seemed happy. Oh, they also talked about her having a baby. Now, she didn't want to have one with big head Dr. G, honey. It just flowed out and just big head Dr. G, honey. She didn't want to have one with him, but she want to have one now. And one with Dr. G, maybe she just knew that Dr. G was not, like, maybe she was in it for the wrong reason. Maybe she just, whatever. But as a woman gets older, then she started realizing, hey, I want to have a child. And, so her mindset may be different. Oh, now she want to have a child with a man she just met a year and they're not married. So whatever. So anyway, so let's move on to Toya and I forget the son name. They flash their name up there so fast that sometimes I forget. But Toya and Eugene's son, Toya and their son, they walk into Eugene's office, and it seems as though that Eugene is now, I don't know if he quit the ER part of his job completely. I don't know if he quit that completely, but and I think he did, but he started an office where he's now into hormone replacement therapy. He's now into weight loss and stuff. And I said, go Eugene, that's good for him. So Toya in there, and she trying to, you know, asked him to introduce Botox and all that stuff to really and truly make some money. He was like, hold up, pump your brakes. Excuse me. I just got started in this. I'm still trying to feel my way through this. I'm still trying to learn this. Right now, it's just me. So I can't hire somebody right now to do it. I don't know if Toya was thinking that she can do it or whatever, but you know, just give me a chance, give me a break. Right now, let me focus on this. And I say hormone replacement therapy is so needed, you know, and in men and women. And you know, I'm an advocate for it because I do it myself. I hadn't done it in a minute, and I got to go back and get mine. But yes, it has worked wonders for me, so I love it. But good for him, you know what I'm saying? I mean, because you get older, you don't want to be stressed, you don't want to be in stressful situations, you don't want to be working or in even in your own practice of being stressed. So you want to be stress free. And if he doing something that he love, kudos to him. And I'm not gonna even talk about child with Toya was talking about her son and all that stuff, whatever, you know, Toya just flip it at the mouth, honey. So let's move on to Simone and Cecil that don't never really have much of a storyline unless they mad at Court or mad at some of the ladies or something like that. That'd be Simone. So they go into their son's apartment and clean up. Now let's move on. So Phaedra visited. Phaedra visit Contessa. Contessa was talking about, you know, the Heavenly situation, and I hope Contessa got more of a storyline than just her and Heavenly not on the same page, child. Because y'all could have left her stay where she was. If we're gonna continue to talk about that, can we just kiss and make up and let's move on to something that we want to know what you got going on. So Phaedra come over to Contessa house and they talk about, you know, Heavenly and how, you know, Heavenly be reckless on social media on her YouTube channel and stuff. And Letitia visit, which is known as Sweet Tea, she was just saying the same thing and all that stuff, and said that she was that basically Heavenly is, you know, has been bullying her on social media and stuff. And so, you know, they talk about like the stuff the last season and maybe some of the stuff that took place before they started filming. So I think it was Contessa was saying that, or Phaedra, one of them was saying that, you know, we know that you didn't get invited to Quad's, you know, party. You know, are you okay with that? And Letitia was like, yeah, I'm cool with that. I understand. You know, that's fine with me. And so they was also saying too, well, you know, Quad introduced her man, child, her man. And so she was like, that's good for her. You know, good. I'm glad in her confession. She glad. Ooh. And I'm saying, girl, are you glad because you think that now Quad can push back off of Dr. G? I don't think that Quad was into your man like that. I think your man was into Quad. Now, I don't think that Quad was, woo. I don't think so. But anyway, so she was like, I'm glad, good for her, you know. And I think they was also saying too, that you know he was younger and all that stuff or whatever. So they also talked about planning a trip going to wherever they going to do this, what is called glamping or something like that. They talked about that and planning that. So Dr. Heavenly is at her office, and it seems as though her son is now um he's a future dentist, a future doctor. So he's following in her footsteps and want to be a dentist like her. So he is kind of interning at her place, and you know she's kind of training him and all that stuff, whatever. And child, she got the man walking in saying, "Hey, introduce yourself as the future Doctor Zachary Kynes." And hey, I get it, speaking, honey, speaking, but that's a lot to say, honey. You walking in, child. And so, anyway, so as he's trying to do this and do that, she said, "Baby, got to do this." He said, "Okay, mama." She said, "Don't call me mama." I want to say, "Don't call him baby." Then give him the same level of professionalism that you want him to give you. Don't call him baby. Don't call him baby. So, so anyway, you know, that was a cute little scene. he getting frustrated because, she just, hounding him and telling him, hey, don't do this, son, don't do this and don't do that or whatever. And he was like, Mama. She said, don't call me Mama. It's Doctor. It's Doctor Heavenly. So let's move on to the next scene. So all the ladies got this special box on their like on their front door. And basically it was just inviting them to the hold down, the glamping and all that stuff, whatever that Letitia, Phaedra, and Contessa have put together. Now, some of the ladies noticed that, those three now have joined forces and they put this together. So Simone said that she see that, of course, as far as the apology, like I said, can we go and get over this apology so we can see more of a storyline for Simone, Chad? Because if we gonna hold this, whether I'm apologize or not apologize the whole season, Chad, let's just wrap this on though, Chad. So Simone said that she got to see Quad, and and Quad wants her to apologize for the Napa thing. Simone said, no. She said, I really and truly don't feel like I need to apologize. I don't feel like I need to do anything. They show clips from all of that or whatever. And so she was like, one thing about Quad is that, once you apologize or once you, have a conversation and you move forward, then Quad sees them on social media and it throws her back into that place. Probably like when she's seen clips of the current show and how she was treated, and then what the people saying and all that stuff, whatever kind of throws her back. And that's something Quad gonna have to get over, honey. If y'all decided that y'all want to reconcile, apologize, and move forward, don't let people in that moment put you back. Maybe you don't need to read the comments. So Apollo comes over to pick up his boys, and Phaedra tells Apollo, listen, Linda. Toya told me that she ran into you, and she said that, she said that she asked you some questions about something, and she was like, ooh, she's so nosy. I'm like, Phaedra, girl, you the same way, honey. It's called reality TV, honey. It's like picking, picking, picking. But once again, I must agree with Toya. Toya said in confession that Phaedra is very closed off. She don't want to share much of her life. She don't want to share much of, what's going on the show. And it's reality TV. So Phaedra needs to share more. But we know that some happen in the season and stuff like that. And now Phaedra done hopped her happy hips over there to Atlanta Housewife, which is where she needs to be. Maybe she will be more transparent. But a lot of people are saying that Phaedra has not been transparent on the show. She don't want to share her life. And maybe that was part of her contract. Maybe she didn't have to share more. Maybe that marital medicine people thought that they would get more eyeballs if Phaedra was over here. And I think that they did at first, but once they seen that Phaedra was just really and truly just a prompt, a prompt, that really and truly she was just there to put stuff together like an event host or something like that and just and pretty much move on. So yeah, Apollo said, yeah, she did run into me and stuff like that. And she, asked me questions about, I guess, relationship or our marriage or whatever. But anyway. So let's move on to Letitia is FaceTiming her pregnant sister. Shout out to her, that her sister pregnant, and it kind of put her in a place where, she would love to be pregnant too. And I think it would have been great, two twins pregnant almost at the same time or around the same time so that their children can grow up around the same time, And I don't know if her sister got more kids, if this her first one or not, but I think that would have been great. That would have been a good idea. And I'm sure that Letitia is feeling some of that because they sit down and talk, her and Dr. G. And so she was just like, I'm trying to get pregnant, but I'm having these issues. I'm having a cramping. She had, I think it was fibroids and stuff like that. So, after you have it removed, then, you have to wait so long before you're able to get pregnant. And so she was looking at Dr. G like, what's your time stamp? Because she know that Dr. G older. And he was like 2 years. And she cries and she was like 2 years. Dang, I know it's going to be that soon. He was like, well, I'm getting older. And I'm saying, I guess he's saying to himself, I don't want to be 60 years old, rolling around, child, trying to chase a 5-year-old and taking a 10-year-old to baseball practice and doing all this stuff. So he was like 2 years. So, she tears up and all that. So now they just showing different clips of the girls. They finna get ready to head out of town. and everybody packing, everybody saying they goodbyes and all that stuff, whatever. So that was pretty much it, you guys. It really and truly did not give much. Even the fact of Claude getting the Rolls Royce from her husband. I mean, excuse me. No, maybe I'm speaking in, maybe it's gonna be her husband, but getting the Rolls Royce from her boyfriend, it was just like a quick little scene, and it wasn't much to it. So yeah, that was pretty much it, guys. I ain't even finna, child, I ain't even finna fill in this episode on this review because it didn't give much. But other than that, you guys, I hope you guys have a fantastic week. As we say at the end of every video, don't forget to go with God and let God go with you. And always, Eddie says, always put God first. Let me just tell you what we got coming up. So, we do Married at First Sight, which is on Tuesdays. We try to upload it on Tuesdays. And then also we do Bell Collective, as well as I do the Ultimatum, which comes on Wednesdays, and it'll probably be uploaded on Thursday. And then I try to go live throughout the week. We did a Married at First Sight live on Saturday. We talked and in details about the couples. We looked at all of the things. And so, make sure you check that out. And yeah, I was trying to think, was it another video? It was something else I was thinking about doing, but yeah. Oh yeah, they got Salt Lake City, like kind of like where they sell Tampa and all that stuff, whatever. So Bravo got a new show, new season, with Salt Lake City, and they selling houses and stuff. So I thought that was interesting. So I may review that. They come on Wednesdays as well. So other than that, you guys, you have a fantastic week, and I will see you guys in the next video. Deuces, child, with my tooth.